you doing? Get up!
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. Hopefully we've given people enough time to join. So we'll go ahead and get started. If you didn't read the bottom of the screen there, that song was the happy song from our New York Times acclaimed musical Dog Man. And the kitty ends up okay, everybody, if you were listening to the whole song. And actually, Dog Man is one of the shows that we will have available on our TV platform a little bit later this year. So we'll go ahead and get started. Again, welcome everybody. I'm Erin. I'm the tour sales manager for TheaterWorksUSA. So when we are live touring, my job is to help get our shows into your schools. And now that we are in this whole virtual world, my job is to get our virtual shows into your schools. Thank you all so much for being here. I know you're very busy, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet. We're just going to do a little bit of an overview of the TV platform so you can see, what's what it is exactly. And then I'm going to go into a tutorial of the platform itself so that you can see what kind of content is available there and how easy it is to access it and so on and so forth. So without further ado, oh, you know what? I think, give me 1 second, I need to share my screen. I think all you can see is me right now. There we go. Okay. Oh, before I get started, also, if you guys are trying to get your cameras or your audio to work, your cameras and audios are working just fine. We just had to mute everybody for the sake of the webinar. So don't worry about that. You can, if you have questions throughout, we're going to have a little bit of a Q&A session at the end of this. There is a Q&A box at, I think, the bottom right of your Zoom screen. So if you have questions as we go along, either on Facebook, I know it's streaming live there, or here, ask away and we'll get to as many as we can. So here we go. Welcome to an introduction and tutorial of TWUSA TV. So mainly what we hope that you take away from this webinar is to gain a better understanding of what the platform offers, become familiar with how to navigate the site and how to access the content. And then at the end, I'm actually going to touch a little bit on our TheaterWorksUSA Academy. You may or may not be familiar with that, but it's something we developed earlier this year, where we offer theater intensives, both single session workshops and multi-session classes that kind of enhance the experience and support these pre-recorded videos that we have on the TV site. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. So what is TWUSA TV? It is an online platform that brings our transformative theatrical and educational experiences into the classroom in a virtual format. So these experiences include our virtual field trips, which are our full productions, enhanced curriculum lessons and activities, and those are everything from supplemental videos, and I'll show you what some of those are, to lesson plans and activity worksheets and study guides and things like that. And then, as I mentioned, the pre or post-show workshops and multi-session classes that we also offer through the Academy. What can I do on TWUSA TV? So, of course, you can watch. We have a really very diverse roster of full-length productions that we're adding to all the time. And the content there includes both TheaterWorks productions, that I'm sure you're familiar with, Charlotte's Web, We the People, Pete the Cat. And then we're also offering programming with partner theaters across the country. And I'll show you what some of those look like as well. And we're partnering with other smaller single solo artists that have programming that really rounds out our roster. So I'll take you through what some of that looks like when we get into the tutorial. And play. Again, our videos, our study guides, our worksheets and lesson plans also really help to support the pre-recorded videos on the site as well. And learn. We have the synchronous and asynchronous opportunities led by the teaching artists that are part of our academy, and all of those can be completely tailored to fit your learning needs this year, because we know it's changing all the time and it's very chaotic. So we want to work with you to help you develop a workshop or a class that fits into exactly what you're looking for and what your needs are. Okay, and now how much does it cost? Big question. So we have two different types of content on the website, on the TV website. One of them is our subscriber content. And it's everything that's on the site that are not our full length productions. So basically, and I'll show you this when we get to the tutorial, the subscriber content is a lot of short videos, everything from read alouds to behind the scenes, virtual field trips. One of them is where we go to a farm and meet a pig, and it's goes along with our Charlotte's Web video. How to do a dance, how to make a song, things like that. So you can actually access this whole universe of content that we also keep adding to regularly for just $35 for a six-month subscription for your entire school. So I'll take you there and you can kind of see what some of that content looks like. And then of course we have our full productions, and the full productions are, we have two pricing models. One is a basic household rental. So if you're a teacher, but you find a program that you want to watch at home with your family, it's just like renting a movie. It's anywhere from $15 to $20 for a 48-hour, unlimited access period. And then for the schools, we're doing this on a pay per pupil sort of model. So it's $5 per student up to 319 students. And then 320 to 400 is a flat 1,600. So it actually makes the $5 per student cost go down a little bit. If you have a group of 400 or more, you can contact us at sales and we can talk about more, discounted group pricing. How do I use TWUSA TV? Well, I'm about to show you, but it's very, very, very easy. So all of the content is accessible through our web portal with just a username and password. You don't need to download anything. You can access it from any device. It's incredibly simple. And when you make a rental, there is no limit to how many times the video can be viewed within that period. So if you want to show it once to your entire school or your entire class, that's fine. If you want the students to watch it remotely by themselves, it doesn't matter. You have unlimited access for as long as you have the rental. And then finally, there's no limit to how many can be viewing the video at one time. So if you have 300 students that are all watching the video from their own devices in different locations, the platform totally supports that. So it's incredibly flexible, and we've been very sensitive to the kind of flexibility that educators need during this crazy time, and this platform supports all of that. So it's very easy. And now let us go to the website. So I'm going to get out of here and we'll go in here. Okay, so this is the homepage for our TV platform. You can click on Get Started, or you can click on Catalog. It takes you to the same place, which is our full catalog. Now, there are essentially 4 main categories of content that are on here. I'll talk about them each individually. The first one, this is our featured content category. And of course, right now, with it being Black History Month, we've used this as an opportunity to kind of debut the content that we have that is related to Black history and, Black Lives Matter and activism and a bunch of other things. This content will not just be available during Black History Month. It's going to be available throughout the year and beyond. But we just thought this was a good opportunity to kind of showcase it. So you can click on this, or you can click here, and it will take you to that catalog of just that featured content. But this category will change as we, go through the year and want to feature either other artists or other holidays that are coming up. So that's just what that top bucket is there. I'm going to skip on full productions for a second and go down to what I mentioned before, which is our subscriber content. And this to me is one of the most valuable resources that we have. You can see, I'm just going to go slowly so you can take a little bit of a look at what's here. These are shorts. These are short videos. Some of them, again, are behind the scenes for some of the shows that we, the TheaterWorks productions that we have. This right here I was talking about before, where we take a field trip to a farm to meet a pig. And it kind of correlates with Charlotte's Web. There's a voice lesson with one of our creators from The Lightning Thief, a dance video from our show Junie B. Jones. And then we have different read alouds from books like Click, Clack, Moo. It's taken a little while to load it here, but and Jack and Louisa, crafts, games, you name it, it's on here. And as you can see, there's a ton of it already, and we're always adding to it. So this is something you can actually get access to, again, for $35 for 6 months. So I think this is really great. I will say some of this content, if it's related to one of our full productions, so let's say you rent the full production of Charlotte's Web, you will also get access to the video content that relates to that production. But if you want, access to all of that on its own, again, $35. So that's the subscriber content. And then right down here, this is another great section called Free for All. Pretty self-explanatory, but it's a couple of things. It allows you to view the trailers for all of our productions that are on the site. And you can also, if there are any study guides or lesson plans available for those productions, which for almost all of them there's something, at least something, you can also download those resources. So it really gives you, or it allows you to get a deep look at what the programs are about and the curriculum tie-ins. So you can really sort of, try before you buy, in a sense. The other thing that's really great about this free for all section is that we have some short shows, little videos that are available for free here as well. The Children's Theater is one of the groups that we're partnering with, and they have given us access to a couple of their programs, Diamond's Dream, Frederick, and Dollface Has a Party, and these are all literature-based shows, and you can actually access all of these for free on our free-for-all page. So just a little kind of, perk there. And the only thing I will say about this is you have to be logged in to the site to view any of the free-for-all content. You don't have to buy anything, obviously, but we just, you need to create an account. So a username and a password, then you have access to all of these things. And if you do decide to rent something or subscribe, you already have an account. So very simple. Okay, and now finally, I will take you into our full productions category. So you can see the list is already very long. We're adding to this now pretty much every week. We have, as you can see, TheaterWorks content like We the People and Pete the Cats. And then we're also, like I said, I'm just going to touch on this again. We're really excited to be able to partner with theater groups from across the country. Groups like the Alliance Theater in Atlanta and the Coterie Theater in Kansas City. We have a group in Canada that has actually given us the Jungle Book and Mac Homer and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So these are things that we wouldn't necessarily be able to do if we were live touring, but in this virtual world, we're able to showcase content from other theaters across the country and give you guys access to it as well. So we think that's really cool. And we have everything on here from, historical productions to immigration productions about immigration. Helping Drew is a great puppet theater called Up in Arms. And this is an anti-bullying show. So we have anti-bullying, literature-based, activism, it's a really diverse roster, and like I said, we're really trying to add to it all the time. So check back frequently, and we'll send announcements as well when we add new content. So the last thing I'm going to do before we go into some questions is actually take you through the order process. So you can do this two ways. If you pay by credit card, you can do this straight through the sites. And if you need to do a purchase order or a check, that's no problem. You would just contact sales and we set up the whole thing for you. But online, just to show you how easy it is, click the production you want and click Get Access Now. Nope, taking a little time here. Okay. And now this is where you would choose whether you're just a household or a school. Now, I want to make something very clear here. The way the platform is set up here, we had to, it kind of forced us to put the max dollar amount here on this screen, the $1,600. But you can see here, we tried to alert you as clearly as possible, as many times as possible. Once you get to the payment page, you put in the number of students that you actually have, and it will adjust the price accordingly. So I'll show you how that process works. So if you're a school, you just click on the pay per pupil and hit continue. And that's where it's going to ask you to create an account. So I'm going to create just a kind of a dummy account here. Okay, and zip code, that's all you need. It's all the info we need, very simple. Terms and conditions, obviously read that through, but it's basically saying, please don't copy and distribute our content. Hit continue. Okay, so now this is where the credit card information is, but then down in this box here, I'm gonna take me down. I think that way you can see better. There. This is where you put in the number of students. So we'll make it really easy. 100 students would be $5 a student. Hit apply. And then you can see it took off the amount there and it adjusted to $500 for 100 students, which is $5 a student. It makes sense. the math works. And then once you would hit complete with the credit card, you will get an email with a confirmation and your login info, and you're ready to go. I'm not going to do this part. I'm actually going to go back to the home screen. I don't know why I can't sign out here. And just really quickly show you how to access the content once you've purchased it. So let's say you place the order, you go to the home page and sign in. You can save your user info. Okay, and once you sign in, it takes you to this screen here. At the very top, you'll see a category called My Library. So because I'm an administrator, I obviously have access to all of the videos, but let's say that you purchased, We the People. We the People will appear right under My Library, so you won't have to search for it. All the other categories of content will still appear to you, so you'll see them, but you won't have to dig through to find what you rented. It will always be under the My Library category. So you can click it, and then once you click into the video, it's right there, ready to play. And also under the Resources tab, that's where all of the materials are available for download as well. So super, super simple. Now, the very last thing I wanted to touch on is I mentioned our TheaterWorksUSA Academy. So again, these are classes. It can be a standalone workshop. So just either something that you do before watching the video or after you watch the video, or we actually do multi-session classes that are anywhere from 4 to 12 or 15 sessions, depending on how extensive you want it to be. But they're skill building classes that all tie into some component of the productions that we offer. So you can see it's courage building and creating. This is just a sampling of the classes that we offer. Make a story, make a song. I'm going to just skim through really quickly here. And they're available for all ages. We have classes for ages 4 all the way through high school and beyond for young professionals. So what we would do if you were interested in something like this is have a kind of a discussion to figure out what your needs are, how many kids you have, and tailor these classes to fit your exact needs. So I'm going to go back here. And so I can't figure out, there we go. Just wanted to use this screen since I think it's so cute. There we go. Now we're ready for a Q&A. So let's see what questions we have. Okay, so I have a question here. I'm actually going to go back and not share my screen anymore. You see, so there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, I think we're back. So the question is, if you pick the full production household rental, can you view as many of the full productions within 48 hours? Can you view as many of the full? The full, if I understand this question correctly, the household, if you pick a household rental, it's specific to one show. I hope I'm understanding this correctly. You can't watch multiple shows for that 48-hour period. So it's 48 hours for one show. So hopefully that makes sense. The subscriber content is different. That you get the entire catalog of all of those short videos, but when it comes to the full productions, it's one rental fee. So 48 hours for Pete the Cat, and then you would buy it again if you want We the People, that kind of thing. All right, so let's see. I think I've got, bear with me here. I've got a couple other questions. Okay, so yeah, so I think there's a little bit of a confusion around the prices. One of the questions is, once a school pays the $1,600, let's say that, you know, and that the $1,600 is only specific to, it corresponds to the number of students that you have. If you have, only if you have 320 and above students, will you pay a flat $1,600, but it's specific to one production. So if you, you know, let's say that you wanted Pete the Cat and you also wanted Charlotte's Web, and you had 320 students, you would pay $1,600 once for Pete the Cat, and then again for Charlotte's Web. And you have unlimited access to those videos for a week each, and then all of the study guide materials and videos. It comes out to, at that point, about $4 per student is how that averages out. So it's not, so that's the difference. The full productions, it's a one-time fee for that individual production. The subscription content is all of our shorter videos, and the $35, you have access to all of that for $35. And so sorry if that's confusing, but the full productions are a separate thing, and then the subscriber content. Let me see if I have any more here. So you know, let me take you back real quick, because I think this may explain it better. Well, let me get out of here. Oh, and to clarify, somebody else had a question about the subscription. It's $35 per school for the subscription. So your entire school can subscribe to that subscriber content catalog library, $35 for 6 months. But again, it's separate from the full productions. I'm going to share my screen for just another second to make it, let me get out of here. Okay. Let me show you what it looks. I'm going to go to the catalog. This is what it would look like if you want to buy a subscription. You can click on any of these videos actually, and it will take you to the subscription order page. See this here? You actually can try it free for 7 days. I totally forgot to mention that. I apologize. You just create an account, and you'll have access to all of that subscriber content, which again are the short videos, not the full productions, just the shorter videos, for 7 days. And then it's $35 for 6 months after the trial. And what the $35 gets you, again, that's per school, not per student, not per teacher, is all of these short videos. So it's everything but the full productions. The full productions, let's go to here. Again, the $1,600 number, ignore that essentially. It's just, it's the max amount that you can pay online, which is why it has to be there. But when you get to the order screen, oh, it's not letting me do it now. When you get to the order screen, you put in the actual number of students you have, and it calculates the correct price. So the cost is $5 per student from most orders. If you put in 100 students, $5 per student, it would be $500, and it will show you that math that's done at that point. So let me see if we have any other questions. Oh, this is a good question. Okay, so someone asked, is there a quick way to see the time of the full productions, or do I have to drill into each one to see the details? Really good question. And this is another reason I'm really happy that we're doing this webinar, is because it's telling us what we're missing from the site. One of the things that we're adding that has not been on the site up to now is the recommended grade levels for each production. So those are on our regular website when we were live touring, all of those were listed there, plus the time of each show, but that hasn't made it to our TV site yet. So the quick answer is it's not the length of each production is not listed there now, but very, very soon we're going to have both the recommended grade ranges for each production and the running time of each show. So yes, those will be there. All of our shows, by the way, are between 45 to 60 minutes. A couple of exceptions are slightly over an hour, like an hour 5, an hour 10, but we'll get those up there. Oh, I guess it is up there. You know what? I've been alerted that in the thumbnail of the production, the length of the video is actually viewable there. So, but what hasn't been up there are the recommended grade levels, and we're going to make sure that those make it up there. But you can see the running time of each video. Those are up there on the thumbnails of each video. Let's see what else we've got. Okay. Yeah, someone had a question about is each student, well, can each student play the video on their own screen, or can the teacher screen share with the class? So yes, both. Again, if you would like the students to access the videos from their own devices, you just need to share your user information with them. So username, password, and they can log in and view it from anywhere. You can also, of course, play it from if you're the teacher, play it from your computer screen and share it with them on a screen share, like I'm sharing my screen right now over a Zoom. So either way. And I think, do we have any more questions, guys? I know we're taking some from Facebook as well. So I'm looking at a couple of different things. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna go back here. Okay, I actually think, oh, okay, let me answer this last. I think there's another one that just came in. The full production rental periods are when you rent through the website, with a credit card, the full productions for a school rental is 1 week. You get unlimited access for 1 week. A household rental is 48 hours. If you need access to the video for longer than that, you can just contact sales, and we'll set up a private access link for you with the amount of time that you need. The price may be adjusted a little bit depending on how long you need it, but we can set that up for you. If you do it self-service through the site, it's 1 week. But again, there's flexibility. We can help you set it up a different way if you need it to be, for sure. I think that's it. Oh, a few more. We're right at the 5 o'clock mark, so I'll take a few more questions and then we'll. Okay. Yep, one more from Facebook. So this person is not a student or a teacher. So would the student number be just me? Yeah, if it's just one person, the household rental will work for you. If you qualify as a household, so you are just a family of it's under 5 really, so anywhere from 1 to 5 members, you would qualify for the household rental price. If you want the video for longer than the 48-hour access window, again, you can contact us directly and we can set something up privately for you and talk about maybe what an adjusted price would be for that, because we calculate the price based on, of course, how many people are going to view the video and then how long they have access to the video. So, on the website, it's preset 48 hours for a household, 1 week for groups. But if you need access for longer than those pre-designated periods, we can absolutely do that and set that up for you separately. So I actually think that's it. I'm going to go back to this for 1 second, just so that you can see here. Oh. All right. So as I was saying, you can obviously poke around on the website, create an account, view the free content, and anything that's available on the site now, you can rent immediately. But if you have other questions, if you have specific requests that you can't do directly on the site, just contact us at sales. You'll hear from me or my colleague Beth. And oh, I think I'm going to keep looking at the questions just in case. Oh, okay. I'm glad I checked back with this. Okay, so how will we be handling camp programs this summer? So again, we want to hear from you. So contact sales definitely, and we can talk about what your specific needs are as it pertains to a camp. It may be that we treat it like a school rental where you have access for a week, and we just build you a private link, and but talk to us, and we'll if you need specific, if you have specific needs for the way your camp operates, I'm sure that we can handle that. If you want multiple programs, that kind of thing, we can work with that as well. And also, I think workshops and classes would be great for camps. And then one other thing I should mention is some of our shows are available to license. So if your camp group wants to actually produce and perform one of our TheaterWorks shows, we have a catalog. It's on our website. I'm gonna really quickly take you guys there. I don't think I'm sharing the right thing. Give me 1 second, just so I can show you, for the camp group question here. There we are. So if any, and this of course applies to schools too, schools, camps, theaters, if you actually want to produce one of our shows, these are what we have available to license. So we have an abridged version of Dogman, Live and Let Spy, Little Red Riding Hood, the Rapunzel Club, and we're trying to add to this library as well. But that's something I actually thought I think I should mention because it would be perfect for summer camps. Let's and then okay, so a question about summer library reading programs. Same thing. We have there's on our TV site now is a library of content that's currently available, full productions and subscriber content. We're always adding shows. So a couple that I wanted to mention that are coming soon for limited time periods are Charlotte's Web and Dogman. So if you are, and there's information on the site about some of these things, and we'll send out communication on when these rentals, when these shows will actually be debuting. I think Charlotte's Web is going to be now April 12th through June 6th. And then Dogman is going to be a period in April and May. But if you are interested in either of those shows, the shows that are not currently on our TV site for your summer camp, for your library program, reach out to sales. It's just sales@TheaterWorksUSA.org and let us know. Because we can all, if we have enough interest, we can always bring some of these programs back. If you're interested in multiple programs, let's say it's a combination of subscription content, full productions, and a workshop, we want to build a program that works for you. So yeah, definitely reach out. Everything is customizable. We can make, anything available for any length of time. We can combine things. I'm going to stop sharing once again and just go back to see if we have any final questions. I think that's it. Okay. All right. I think the questions have finally slowed. There's no more questions. So obviously, I'll say it again. If you have any other questions, if you have, specific needs that were not addressed and that you can't, that the platform itself does not allow you to do, everything is customizable. We'll work with you to make it happen. Just contact sales at TWUSA.org. And we'll talk more. And this webinar will be available as a recording, so you can always, rewatch it as well. And we'll be doing more of these in the future. So, all right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate it. This was fun, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.